the previous classes, we have discussed about the Python and that is different ways to install the Python and everything, right? So from today's class, the actual things of subject continues. So already you have installed the Python, everything was done. So directly we are going to continue with the previous classes. I have discussed about the Python introduction. Okay, so the Python introduction I have discussed. That is what are the various features of Python we are having, which is a open source, which is a freely available. And I have shown you how to install the Python also, how to install that particular Python, which is available freely in the particular website. And even you can download from the Google Drive also. I have uploaded the Anaconda software directly in the Google Drive, and you can even download from the Google Drive also. And it is a dynamic type. Dynamic type means we don't need to write any kind of data type in the starting itself. It is a very simple syntax. For that example, I have shown you in the last class, print hello and that example. And it is a high level programming. It is a portable and interpreter language. Interpreter means line by line. We can execute that particular line only. We don't need to execute complete all the lines at a time. So it is an interpreter language. And the difference between interpreter and compiler, that is interpreter means taking one statement at a time, whereas compiler entire program it will consider. And I have shown you the difference in the last class also in the Spider by considering 3 lines. I have executed separately one line. If I want one line also I can execute. If I want to execute the entire program also I can execute. This is the option where we are having with respect to run the entire file. This is the option where we are having the to execute that particular line, right? And next we have discussed with respect to the applications, where the applications of Python is not only with machine learning or artificial intelligence or data science. It is having wide range of applications, and as per the requirements and as per the things what we are going to do in the companies, based on that we are going to learn. None of the person, including John, the person who has created this person is direct, who has created Von Rossum, he also don't know entire Python. He only has officially told that statement during the interview. He don't know entire Python because Python is an open community. Open community means multiple people has joined into that community and they have given their valuable inputs into that. Some libraries were created by some persons. Not every library was not created by the same person. Okay, some libraries are created by some other persons, and if you want to miss, that person also has to learn only, right? None of them knows the entire Python. Whatever they require, they only knows that part. If you want to become as a Python developer, miss, related to that they have learned. If you want to become as a gamer based on the Python, miss, they have learned according to that. If they want to design the websites, miss, according to that. Whatever their requirements is there, according to that. Because Python libraries are more than 10,000 plus libraries are available. Reason behind that is more than 10,000 plus libraries are there, out of which we are going to work in data science with respect to 30 to 40 libraries we are going to work. But in Python, original Python, we are having more than 10,000 plus libraries. Okay. So here it is having an application of various applications like web applications, games, web scraping, multiple applications it is having, right? And now the Python, whatever the Python, I have shown you various ways to execute the Python in the last class, right? Out of which the Jupyter Notebook and Spider with IDEs, command prompt or directly Python without IDE. That is directly in their Python software only, without using any kind of IDE. IDE means separately you are creating an environment. For your purpose, you are creating an environment. See here, this is a Spider. In the Spider, this is an environment. This environment was created, okay, where these file button, edit button, search button, source button, these things, whatever we are having here, these options are created in this environment. This is an environment where these options has been created and they have designed like this. This environment was designed and it has integrated with Python. So whatever you are writing the code, it is considering as the Python code. It is not going to take as the C language code. It is not considering as a Java code. It is considering as a Python code. The syntax is considering as a Python. So it is called as IDE, integrated development. Integrated means integrated with Python. Developer means the person has developed this environment where you can do the Python coding. That is the meaning of IDE, right? Now coming to this core Python. Now we are going to start the step-by-step process of the Python from the scratch level. First, we have to discuss the core Python, and using the core Python, we are going to jump into the Python for data science. First, in the Python, the first concept is called as comments. Okay, what is meant by comments means comments can be used to explain the Python code. If you are having any kind of Python code, to explain the Python code, we are going to write the particular comment. These comments we are going to write only to understand the code. Means, for example, I'm writing a comment here. Okay, in the Spider, I'm starting in the Spider initially, and here I'm writing a comment. So before writing a comment, I want to write this is the class 1 of core Python. This is the class 1 of core Python class. of core Python. This is the word I want to write. This thing in the Jupyter notebook, we can take as markdown and we can write the notes. But in the Spider or any other thing, apart from Jupyter notebook, in any other things, we have to use it as comment. Comment means hash. Otherwise, what happens if you don't write hash and if you execute this particular line, it is going to throw as error. Sir, this is not Python code, sir. This is just a notes. You will understand this is as a notes, but how Python will understand that one as a notes? Notes is taken in the other, apart from Jupyter notebook, hash. We have to write the word of hash. Once you write the hash, now it is considered as a comment. Now, if you execute this line once again, it is ignored. The comments are ignored by the Python. It is not more considered as the Python code. Just it is ignoring. Whatever you have written after hash. Sir, after hash, space is there, sir. Question mark is there. For example, question mark is there. Anything you write. Anything. After once hash you have written, after that, whatever you write, everything is space, multiple spaces, question mark, at the rate of, exclamation mark, something you have written. Anything is comment only. Once you have written the hash, after the hash, whatever you are writing, it is considered as comment. And it is ignored by the Python. It is no more considered as a Python code. That is considered as a notes. For what purpose we are going to write, miss? This is the first example. Example number 1. Like this, I'm going to write my notes, my choice. Why I'll write, miss? For my understanding. This is my choice. If you want, you can write. If you don't require, miss, don't write. That is your choice, not compulsory. For your understanding purpose, you are writing that comment. To read in the future, once again, if you are reading this Python code, at the time it should be easy for you. So that is the reason we are writing these comments. Is that clear? Now, so comments can be used as to explain the Python code. For example, you want to write with respect to print hello. Okay, print hello. What it is going to do? It is going to just print that hello. Whatever the hello is there, it is going to print. Yesterday only I have explained to you that one. Now, here I'm going to write in the hash comment that printer will print as it is inside the print as print function. Whatever the print function is there, print function. Okay, print function will print as it is inside the print. Whatever you have written, it will print as it is. For that, we have to use the inverted commas. This one is my notes. My notes I'm writing like this as a comment. So that whenever in the future, if I'm reading this Python code, it will be very easy to understand. Right? It will be easy, right? Whatever you are writing in your running notes, the same thing I'm writing here. That's it. Right? So here the hash, whatever the hash is there, hash is considered as a comment. Comments are used to explain the Python code to make the code more readable, easy to understand. Readable means understand. Easily you'll understand by seeing the comment. Oh, this code is used for this purpose. Easily you can understand. Comments are ignored during the execution. They are not considered. They are not considered as the Python code. They'll simply ignore that one. Whatever is inside that, ignore. It is no need to be as a Python syntax. Comment means notes. How notes can be as a Python syntax? Simple, it is notes. Single line comment starts with hash and Python will ignore them. Example, hash. This is a single line comment where this, if you, without writing this hash, if you write the same thing, now it is considered as a Python code and it will throw the error. If it is not as per the Python syntax, it will throw the error. If it is as per the Python syntax, okay. But comments, we have to take it as hash. Now, okay, sir, comment we are taking as hash, fine. Now, multi-line comments are there. One more line you are writing. One more hash. You can write whatever you want. Sir, one more line. You write in this what you want. One more line. You write whatever you want. Like this, you can write. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is open triple inverted commas and close the triple inverted commas. In between, you write whatever you want. Everything is considered as comment. This one is considered when we are having multi-line comments. Okay, so I'm writing here multi-line comments. One example, multi-line comments. Okay, now if I execute, if you execute only this particular line, it is going to throw an error. If you execute this set, including this one, if you execute, this is considered as a comment. This is no more considered as a code. So whenever you are having multi-line things, you can write with respect to triple inverted commas and you can write the comments, right? And if you are having a single line, means you can use the hash as the comment. Now, whenever you are opening the Spider, click on the new file. Once you click on the new file, you'll get first initially like this. What is this first line? Hash. What is this first line? Means comment only. What is this 3 lines of code? It is also comment only. Entire comment only is there. If you write also, if you write from here, the previous part will be ignored. Nothing is there. Everything by default is comment. If you're not interested, remove. There is no problem. Okay, comments are anyways ignored, right? If you keep also no problem. If you don't keep also no problem. That is for your understand purpose on, right? So whatever it is showing here, the first line is coding created on this date, particular date, and the other is whatever the system name is there. My system name is admin. Your system name, if your name is there, it is going to print your name. Whatever the system name is there, your PC name will be printed here. And here it is going to show on which date you are working on this particular Python code. So that date also will be saved. Okay, we have done this one on this particular day, right? So this is considered as the comments. Comments means very simple. One line. If you are having one line of comment means hash, multi-lines comments means triple inverted commas open, triple inverted commas close. In the entire Python, if you are using one inverted comma or double inverted comma, there will be no difference. Both are same. Means either you can start like this. Your comment you can write in this way, multi-line comment. Once again, I'm writing here. Write in your notes. Single line comment. Single line comment. Single for single line comments. For single line comments. Okay. For single line comments, use hash. Example, hash, and write whatever you want. Data science by SRK. I'm writing like this. This is considered as a comment. For single line comments, use the hash. Okay. No need of inverted commas. Use directly hash only. After hash, whatever you write, it is considered as a comment. If you write space also, special characters also, caps lock also, small letters also, anything is considered as comment. After hash, anything will be considered as comment. After hash, we can write small letters, caps lock, numbers, special characters, anything, special characters, anything, in bracket, anything, as per your choice. I'm writing each and every step detailedly so that my notes will be more clear for me. Okay, you have to write your notes in such a way which you will understand easily. And particularly offline students don't see others' notes. Whatever they are writing, don't see, never see other notes. From their perspective, that is there for them, it is important. From your perspective, whichever you feel important, write that one. Okay, which makes to you easy to understand. See, these sentences, whatever the sentences I'm writing, this will make for me too easy. This is as per my understanding. I'm not writing as per you. I'm writing as per me. From my perspective, I'm writing. I'm not writing for the students. Okay, students are listening. So for students, I have to write like that. I'm not thinking in that way. I will write my notes only from my perspective. Whatever the sentences makes me to understand easily, that sentences I will write in my notes. So that every 1 week, every person will generally forget. Common thing. Any human being will forget completely. Okay, common. That is common. None of them can remember everything. Every person will forget. Now, including the movie Gajni, he will also forget. We'll also forget. The only special is in the Gajni movie, he'll forget in 15 minutes. We'll forget in 3 days or 4 days once. That is the only difference. Some persons will forget in 2 days. Some persons will forget in 4 days. Some persons will forget in 10 days. I will forget in 3 days. Generally, I will forget. If I'm a student and if I'm learning any new things, miss, I will forget every 3 days once. So then for this, what is the solution, miss? Revision. Every 3 days once again, I will revise my notes. I will see with my eyes. I will revise my notes from the starting page. So that I will recollect. Multiple times I am recollecting the same notes. I'm doing the revision. So that multiple times if I do the revision, my brain automatically stores that one. Right? So the same concept in artificial intelligence is called as short-term memory. Artificial intelligence also will forget that one. Artificial intelligence also forget. This short-term memory, this is one of the algorithm name, short-term memory, which it is going to forget. This is also called as Gajni algorithm. Okay, which will forget. After a certain period of time, it will forget. This is called as short-term memory. For this, they came with a solution called as long short-term memory, which is called as LSTM, which is most popular one. LSTM is, to understand for you easy way, I'll tell you with an example. You have completed your 10th class. you have completed your intermediate, you have completed your engineering or degree, whatever it is. If you are in the final year, assume you are in the final year or third year, whatever it is, at least you have completed your 10th class, right? Minimum. Now in the 10th class, you are having certain memories, your 10th class memories, your school or your teachers with your friends or whatever it is. In your 10th class, out of 365 days, you have went to the school at least 200 days, right? Can you remember 200 incidents every day? Whatever the 111 incident, can you remember? No. We can remember overall that particular year, whatever the things we have done. That is long short-term memory. And whichever the things you are forgetting, that is short-term memory. You are forgetting, na? Why you are forgetting that one? Why you are remembering these memories? Why you are forgetting that one? You know the reason behind that? How your brain knows that, for example, yesterday or not yesterday, today date is 29. So today date is 29, means on December 22nd. Okay. What color dress you have wear? Can anyone remember? No, right? What lunch you have taken? If it is hostel, means fixed pattern. Don't say about that one. Okay. Others apart from hostelers, right? So we can't remember that one. Why we can't remember? But 1 month back, if you went with your friend to a particular restaurant and you have ordered something special dish on that particular day, you can remember that one. Why? How the brain knows that one, we have to remember this one. How the brain knows this one, that you have to not to remember. That is called as interest or focus. Which when you're focusing on that particular thing, if you're feeling very excited or happy in your heart or with respect to your feeling, your heart and brain, heart says that it is very happy or very important thing to remember, automatically brain will remember. How the heart will say, how these both will communicate to each other, they can't speak, right? How they are going to communicate means through hormones. When you are having that much of particular interest on that particular dish or on that particular restaurant, you are feeling very happy or excited, your hormones will be different. The body, that it is going to release a different hormones, where that brain will understand that one. This hormones in artificial intelligence is called as activation functions. Exactly, the human brain replication is called as artificial intelligence. How the human brain knows everything one by one. If you know artificial intelligence, you will understand your human brain at that time more clearly. Okay. So when you are having a special interest, okay, particularly on that particular, for example, you have went for a restaurant and you have ordered for some kind of thali or something. Now that one is very tasty, or you can remember that is super. And when compared to when you are going with other restaurants, also you are comparing that restaurant only. Why you are comparing like that? Because you have felt very happy on that one. Whatever the taste is there, that was registered in your brain. Why it has registered at that brain in your brain means the reason behind is you are feeling excited on that, right? Then everything happens. If you feel the same way in the Python also, while learning the Python, if you feel the same thing, everything will be registered. None of them no need to by heart. So here, whatever the comments we are having, comments, single line comments, we are having hash. Now take the notes for multi-line comments. For multi-line comments, we use triple inverted commas open and triple inverted commas close. Either single or double quotes, but triple should be there. Quotes might be single quotes or double quotes, that is okay, but triple should be there. 3 should be there. You can't use 2, right? So multi-line comments are used based on the triple inverted commas open, triple inverted commas close, either single or double. In the entire Python, there is no difference. There is no difference between single quote and double quote. In the entire Python, there is no difference. But triple quotes, they are having the difference. When compared to single, triple quote is having the difference. But this one, both are same. You can use either of your choice. Not only for comments, entire Python you can use as per your choice. Right? There is no difference between this one and this one. This is called as single quote. This is called as double quote. Single quote. This is called as double quote. There is no difference between these two. But multi-line comments should be taken based on the triple quotes, triple single quotes, or triple double quotes. By selecting triple inverted single quotes or triple double quotes, open and close. This is considered as a multi-line comment. Clear? Next. Values. Next heading is values. Now values, generally the values will be numerical type. Okay. The numeric with decimal or without decimal. Numerics with decimal and without decimal and complex numbers. Everything are numbers only. Within that, integers might be there, or with respect to, I mean, whole numbers might be there, or integers might be there. Right? Means with decimal, whatever the with decimal or without decimal, there is a mistake, guys. Printing mistake. Just a minute. This is without decimal. Without decimal means you are not having any decimal values. Okay. With decimal means some decimal values. With decimal values like 10.234 or 1.02, like this. Complex numbers where we are having the real value and imaginary value. These three of them comes under numerical data only. Right? These three of them comes under numerical data. So without decimal, with decimal, and complex. Similarly, we are having next one called as strings, where we are having the text, a combination of text and numeric, a combination of text with special characters and numerics and everything. These are considered as strings. Okay. Numerical values we may have without decimal, with decimal, and complex numbers. Strings we'll have with only text. Example, you can take it as data size. Example of text and numeric is data at the rate of data 1, 2, 3, 4. Special characters, data at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Everything comes under strings only. Only exclusively numerics comes under numeric. Apart from numeric, everything comes under strings. Okay. So this we can simply say as, instead of writing as strings, you can simply write it as non-numeric. You can take it as non-numeric. Okay, numeric and non-numeric. Non-numeric can be text, non-numeric can be text with numbers, non-numeric can be text with special characters, anything. Numeric means only numbers should be there. Apart from numbers, anything comes under non-numeric only. Only numbers comes under numeric. Apart from numeric, everything comes under non-numeric. Right? Non-numeric is also called as strings in Python. They are called as strings in Python. Okay, if you write the strings word also, no problem. Nothing but both are same. Non-numeric or strings. Generally, the values will be either numeric or non-numeric. Only two options will be there. Any value means something which you want to store or which you want to save. That one is considered as the value. Now, how we are going to store this one means by using the variables. By using the variables. Right? Variables is where it is going to store the value. Variables are the locations where it is going to store the value. So variables are used for storing the values. If you want to store means create the variable. Don't need to store some means don't create. No need to create. If you are interested to store means create that one into the variable. Right? Variables are used for storing the values. Variables are used for storing the values. If you don't want to store means don't store. And when you are storing the values, it is automatically allocating the memory. It will automatically allocate the memory. Means, for example, here in Python, the variables are dynamic programming, where we no need to assign the type of the variable. We no need to write the type of the variable. The declaration of the data type happens automatically. Sir, what is data type? As of now, just ignore. As of now, just ignore. Automatically, it will do. If it is numeric means numeric. If it is text means text. Automatically, it will only take. Right? So once you the declaration of the data type happens automatically. In other programming languages, we have to write the data type. In other programming languages, syntax. In other programming languages, the syntax is we have to write the data type followed by variable name is equal to whatever the value. Example, int a is equal to 20. This is other programming languages. In Python, syntax, whatever the syntax is, directly write the variable name. Whatever the variable name you are having is equal to value. Example, same a is equal to 20. You don't need to write the word front word. That is the difference. This is called as static programming language. This is called as dynamic programming language. This is the syntax. Data type, space, variable name is equal to value you have to write. That is the syntax in other programming languages. That is the rule. Syntax means rule. In Python, you can just write the variable name is equal to whatever the value is there. Directly you can write a is equal to 20. That is the difference. This is called as dynamic programming. If you have to write the data type in the starting itself, means that particular languages are called as static languages. Whichever the language requires the data type in front, that are called as static language. Whichever the language doesn't require the data type at the starting is called as dynamic language. Example is Python. Example is Java or C language. Right? So now, whenever you are writing this one, the declaration of data type automatically it will take. Right? What are the different data types we are having in the Python means that is secondary, but automatically it will take. Okay. Now, how we can declare the variables means just by using the equal to symbol. This equal to symbol is called as basically assignment operator, which assigns the value. Equal to means assigns the value. So one will be assigned to the X. One will be assigned to the X. Now, what happens in the backend when you are writing X is equal to 1, you know, it is going to create one object like this. Object is not only in the circle. Example circle I'm drawing. One object will be created. Inside that object, value will be stored and it is going to write the name for this one like this. Okay. In Python, objects, whatever the objects are there, objects are created based on the value, not based on the name. You have to write this point very clearly in the notes. In Python, the objects, whatever the objects are there, objects are created based on the value. Objects are created based on the value. Objects are not created based on the name. Not created based on name. They are not created based on name. Not created based on the variable name. Objects are created based on the value, not based on the variable name. What is the meaning of this? Example, clearly focus this one. Don't write simultaneously. Just see this one, understand. If it is clear, write that one. Because this is the basic fundamentals should be very strong so that the advanced part will be very easy in the future. Right? A is equal to 20. If you are taking A is equal to 20, now what it is going to do is first it will create the object of 20. Based on the value, it will create the object. And later it is going to assign the name for that. Not in this way. First A followed by 20. You should not write in your notes like this. While writing also, you have to write first 20. After writing 20 only, you write the word of A. Because in the Python, the values are assigned based on the value, not based on the variable name. This one, both are same, right? But so much of meaning is there, backend. You'll see in the further. I'll explain now only. In this class only, I'll explain. How this is created also, I'll show you. Because this is a Python very interpreted language. Now, line to line, we can observe clearly what happens in the backend. Clearly, we can observe. These things we can't observe in other programming, but in Python, we can clearly see this one. Right? So in the Python, first it is going to create an object of 20. Value-wise object will be created. After that, it is going to assign the name A. Right? Done. So here X is equal to 1 means first it is going to create. First it is going to create the object called as 1. And for that, it is going to assign the value name as X. For that object, name of X. Right? Now, what are the rules for writing the variable name? There are certain rules are there. That is the syntax. If you don't follow the syntax, it will throw the error called as syntax error. What is the meaning of syntax error? What is the meaning of syntax error? Means syntax error. Okay, syntax error means you are not following the Python rule. Okay, it is not following. Code was not as per the Python rule. Code is not as per Python rules. Then it is called as syntax error. Rules means nothing but syntax, right? Code is not as per the Python syntax, so it is called as syntax error. So first we have to learn the rules. Whatever the rules are there, that is Python syntax, we have to learn. Now, what are the rules in the naming the variables? Means first rule number 1. The rule number 1 is a variable must start with a letter. With either small letters or caps lock, anything is okay, but it should start only with letter or underscore. It can start even with underscore. Right? And a variable, don't write simultaneously. For example, if I'm explaining this point, you will write this point. Which one your brain will register? My pointer, your writing pointer. Which one? Then what is my explanation? What is the use of my explanation? Right? First you understand clearly, and after that I will give 1 or 2 minutes of time. You can write. Without understanding, if you write blindly also, there is no use. Okay, don't do that type of mistakes. First, understanding is more important. Notes, anyways, I'm going to share this PPT in the drive. You can get the notes also. You can take the things also. From that also you can write. From where you'll get my explanation? After going to home, can you get my explanation? No, right? You can get this PPT. Which is more important? PPT is important or my explanation is important? Whichever you feel important, that one you focus. As per your choice. Still, if you feel writing only important, miss, right? Enjoy. I can't do anything. Right? Whichever you feel important, focus on that. Right? A variable will accept only underscore as the symbol. Only underscore as the special symbol, it will accept. No other special characters accepted. Even space, it will not accept. At the rate of, it not accept. Comma, not accepted. Anything apart from underscore, nothing is accepted. Only underscore is accepted. Only special character is underscore. A variable cannot start with a number. You can't start with the number. The rule is we have to start with either letter or special character of underscore is there, right? We can start even with this one also. Okay. You can't start with a number. A variable can contain the combination of alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means first alphabet followed by numeric. Means A2 is okay, 2A is not okay. This is called as numeric alpha. This is called as alphanumeric because first alphabet is there followed by numeric is there. So it is called as alphanumeric. If numeric alpha means first numeric should come and after that alphabet should come. Okay. So alphanumeric, you are having with alphanumeric means again you are starting with the alphabet only. You can't start with the numerics. So a variable can contain only the alphanumeric and underscores. Only this one is accepted. Next one is variable names are case sensitive. Case sensitive means small age is different. Caps lock age is different. Means example more clearly, small a is equal to 1 is different. Caps lock a is equal to 10 is different. Both are not same. Okay, both are not same. If you ask print a, if you ask means, if you are asking small a means it will print answer as 1. If you are asking print caps lock a means it will print 10. Both are not same. Right? That is called as case sensitive. Case sensitive means letter to letter equally important. Small a b and caps lock a b also different. This one also, for example, a, this is also different. A caps lock b also different. In Python, it is case sensitive. Whereas SQL, everything is same. SQL language is not a case sensitive language. Whereas this particular language is a case sensitive. Right? And rule number 6 is it can't accept the reserved words. There are some reserved words are there. The reserved words are keywords. They are reserved for some other purpose. The list of keywords or reserved words, these are the list of keywords. These are used for other purpose. These words we can't use. These are the total 36 words are there. These 36 words we can't use. They are used for other purpose. If I explain these words, what is the importance? Python will be completed today only. Okay. The understanding these words only next classes. Right? So these reserved words, every word is having some other purpose. For each word, one purpose is there. Right? These words we can't use as the keywords. Sir, okay, we can't use as the keywords you are saying, and that you are saying that we are going to explain in the further class. Now, how I can remember this one and while practicing, how I can know this one is in Python, normal words, whatever the normal words, apart from the keywords, normal words will be in the black letters. Only the keywords will automatically convert that one into the green letters. You can easily understand that one. Whichever the word is converting to green letter, that word you should not use as the variable name. Whichever the word is in the black letters, that word you can continue. Choice is yours. Out of infinite words, only these 36 words we should leave. Infinite words minus 36. Remaining all the words, your choice. You can use as per your choice. Apart from these 36 words, latest version is having 36 words. The previous version is having only 35 words. Okay. These are the rules. So once you write the rules, we'll start the things. Done? Now, guys, I will ask a simple question. What is 10 plus 20? 30, right? It is a simple example or a difficult example? Very, very simple or just normal simple? Very, very simple or dead easy, right? Now, why you are feeling this one as dead easy? Reason behind that is why? Now, the same question you go and ask for a UKG student or LKG student. For LKG students, just first time you are explaining 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s like this. Okay, you are explaining 10 and 20 also. Everything you are explaining. Now, in the if you ask what is 10 plus 20 means, they will see from top to bottom like this. Why they are saying like that? For us, it is a dead easy example, right? Why for them it is a difficult example? Because they are learning for the first time. Where you have learned the same example from your childhood onwards, you have learned this one for multiple times. You have solved big problems only. So automatically this one is very simple for you. For the first time in the LKG exam, Okay, for in the LKG, they'll explain 1, 2, 3, 4. In the exam also, they'll give, write the numbers from 1 to 5. For us, that question will be very silly, very Lilliput. Lilliput questions or dead easy questions or something, we'll feel like that. If you see from their perspective, from LKG student perspective, it is one of the tough question only. They can't even write in the examination hall that one also. Why it is easy for us means multiple times we have practiced from last 20 years, we are doing that one only. So that makes it easy. So if you do this one also multiple times, if you practice, everything will be easy. If you listen for only one time, if anyone keeps the exam means automatically this one also will be difficult for you. Simple logic that is. For any person who is learning for the first time, automatically that will be difficult. Once you practice the same thing, the more number of times you practice, the dead easy it will be there. Reason behind that also I explain with an example. If you want, you can go and try. With LKG student, you go and try. Right? Now, for example, if you show a dog, okay, you are showing some kind of street dog. The street dog will be with respect to some kind of brown color or something. Okay. And you show for a child, a small child of LKG child, you show that is called as dog. You just explain this is called as dog. Next day, you show Doberman, which is pure black color and where there is no tail also. You show the Doberman. Now again, you said that it is also called as dog. Again, the child will see from top to bottom. Hey, yesterday only you told that one is a dog. It has the tail and you told it is brown color like this. Now suddenly you are showing a new dog. And next day you show one more dog with respect to lab dog, which is pure white color. Next day you show pug dog. From down it will be like this much height only. Very small height. Again, if you say this one also called as dog means, hey, first you are having clarity. Yeah? That one dog, this one dog, this one. Hey, how many dogs are? Everything dog. The child will think internally like this. Right? Because for the first time when you are explaining something for that one, automatically it will be like that only. The more number of times you practice, everything will be dead easy. Without practicing, none of them will be easy. From this story, you have to understand, you have to practice after the class. Right? Now, let us start this one. Whatever the variables are there, let us start. Okay, the first one, I'm writing here, a is equal to 1. Now, once I execute this one, so here you can see with a is equal to 1, right? And if you want to print that particular variable, you have to use printer of, inside that you have to write the variable name. Whatever you want to print, it will print as is. So here you are writing the variable name. So variable will be printed. Whatever the value inside the variable will be printed. So here, if you write like this, print a, it is going to print the whatever the answer is there. It is 1, right? Now the same thing here in the spider. In the spider only we are having additional advantage of help window. Inside this, there is an option called as variable explorer. If you click on this variable explorer, whatever the variable you have assigned here, it will show here. So here the variable a you have assigned, what is the value inside the a is 1. And what is the data type? Automatically it has taken. Automatically it has assigned. I have not assigned that int. I don't know what is meant by int also, but it only has assigned. Now I'm writing with respect to b is equal to 1.2 and I'm executing this line. So see here, it has created the variable, new variable of b with 1.2, which is the automatically it has assigned the data type. What are the data type related to that automatically? What is meant by float? I don't know. It only has assigned directly, right? So here, whatever you are writing, now here I'm writing AB is equal to 14. This is as per the rule, we can write. So it is English letters only, so we can execute. For example, I'm writing A at the rate of 2 or at the rate of 1 is equal to 54. Can I write this one? It is going to throw an error called as syntax error. Syntax error means not as per the Python rule. You are not following the Python rule. Now, 2A is equal to 49. Again, invalid syntax. Syntax error, same syntax error. Once again, it is not as per the Python rule. Python rule says that we have to start with the alphabet only, right? So here, again, I'm going to take with respect to this. A is equal to 45, not A already completed. Alphabet, I want alphabet. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that okay? If it is okay, it is going to assign that one. Simply it is going to assign, right? A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to this one. The same A, B, C, D space 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 45. Space is not accepted. Apart from underscore, none of them is accepted. It is going to throw error, invalid syntax. Now, instead of space, the special character I'm going to use underscore. Is that accepted? This is accepted. It is going to create with respect to a new variable, right? Now, next we are having with respect to next underscore A is equal to 48. Something I'm writing like this, 48 or 488, something. Now, any variable any variable starting with underscore, any variable starts with underscore is called as a private variable. This is called as private variable. Remaining all the other variables are called as public variables. The variable which starts from with underscore is called as private variable. So here I'm going to consider this one. Just observe this one. If I execute this line, the variable was created, but you can't see here the name. That name is not visible because it is private. Private means some kind of locker. Which value you want to not to show to others, that value you are going to store inside the private. If you are not interested to show to others, means keep inside the private one. That is not a problem for me, means go with the public variable only. Choice is yours. Whichever the variable you want to hide. For example, in your mobile phone, you are hiding some of them. You are going to click on the right click and you are going to click on the hide. When you click on the hide, automatically in the backend it happens with respect to private variable one. It is going to save that one in the private variable. You know that one, it is there, but others don't know that one. If you give your mobile phone, others when they see, it is not visible. For you, you know that one. So again, you are going to click on the unhide and you are going to see that one. That is possible for you. So if you only want to see that particular variable, means assign the private variable. If you want to go with the normal value, means go with the public variable, normal variables. You don't need to write the private variable. You don't need to write the word of public also. Automatically, it will only take. Python will automatically take. If you write underscore, means automatically you consider as private variable. Automatically, right? So underscore a is equal to 448. It is a private variable. So that is the reason we can't see here. But this one, if you print this one, if you print with respect to underscore a, it will be printed. While printing, it is printing, but while saving, it is not getting saved for the public. It is not open for the public who are able to see here. It is not open for them, but the value is there. Value is available, but it is not visible, which is called as private. Is that clear? Now, completed. Now, if you want to delete a particular variable, for example, a is equal to 1 is there here. I am deleting here. Okay, you have deleted in the editor code. You have deleted. And now here it is not deleting. You deleted the code, not the variable. You deleted the code, not the variable. If you want to delete the variable, you have to use del, D-E-L. See, here everything in the black letters, when I write the L, automatically it has converted, color has changed. This is one of the keyword. So whatever the keywords are there, in that one of the keyword, this is one of the keyword, del, right? Here, you can see this one, right? Del. This is one of the keyword. This keyword is used for deleting the variable. Now, del space A, this is the syntax. Del space A. Now, if you execute the code, now A will be deleted. Deleted A. Now, if you delete here, the code is deleted, not the variable deleted. If you want to delete the variable, means del A, you have to write clearly. If you want to delete multiple variables, del A, AB, del AB, comma, del B, B also, two variables. I want to delete two variables. Like this, you can write multiple, infinite variables you can write. How many variables you want to delete? Just comma separated each of them. Now, like this, you can delete the variables. It is clear? Now, here, A is available. Whether the A is available in this? No. But you are asking print A. Print A. Print A means whatever the value inside the A, it has to print. But A is not there, na? Without A, you are asking print A. Now, it is going to throw an error called as name error. Name error means that particular with name variable is not available. That is the meaning of name error. With the A name, variable is not there. That is the meaning of name error. Name A is not defined. Means with that, no variable is there. With the name A, no variable. This is called as name error. Write that one. Clearly, you write the name error. Errors, you write clearly in your notes because that errors are more important. In the future, when you are getting the errors, you have to debug the error. Means first you have to understand what is that error. Okay. A variable is not available. You can see here A is not available. If you ask print B, B also not available. If you print B, B is also not available. If you ask A, B also not available. Which is available? A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 is available. If you ask print A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you print this one, it is available. So it is printing. Whichever is available, that will be printed. Whichever is not available, it will throw the error. Is that clear? So this variable explorer option is available only in the Spider. This is not available in the Jupyter notebook. In the Jupyter notebook, we can write the notes. That is available in the Jupyter notebook. That is not available in the Spider. Each of them is having their own advantages. If everything we can do in everything, then no need to create other thing. Whatever I can do in the Jupyter notebook, I can do in the Spider mesh. Then what is the use of creating Jupyter notebook? There is no need of creating that one, right? That is having that advantages. This is having certain advantages. Is that clear, guys? Now variables, how to delete the variables is clear. Now what we are going to do is now to delete all the variables, what I have to do is, here if I delete means it is just deleting the code only, not the variables. So to delete the particular variable, I have told you the option called as del and space, write the variable name, whatever the variable name you want to delete. This is option number 1, like ABCD, in this case ABCD 1 2 3 4. This is option number 1. Now if you click on this, automatically this variable will be deleted. Option number 2, in Spider, you right click on this and click on the remove. This also will remove. This is available only in the Spider. This is not available in the PyCharm. This is not available in the Visual Code. It is not available in the Jupyter Notebook also. Only in the Spider it is available. Right? Now, this is common. Whatever you are writing in the code, it is common. This is common. Right? Now, next example. A is equal to 1. I have created A is equal to 1. B is equal to 2. C is equal to 3. D is equal to 4. Okay? Now I am executing these 4 lines of code here. 4 lines are getting executed. 4 variables are created, 4 of them. And I want to delete all of them at a time. Option number 1 is del A, B, C, D. For example, 500 variables are like that. All the variables I want to delete means I have to write del A, B, C, D, E, whatever the variables are there like this. Second option is just click on this button. It will ask all the user-defined variables. User-defined variables means you have created variables. Whichever the variables you have created will be removed. Is that okay? Yes, means everything will be removed in one shot. Is that clear? Either right click on that particular variable, remove that single variable, or click on the delete button and it will create all the variables will be deleted. Okay. This option is available. This button is available only in the Spider. Whatever you are seeing here in the help window, this help window is exclusively for Spider only, not for others. Whatever you are seeing in the left side, this editor window, this is available for all the common. This is common. This is exclusive for Spider. This is common for everyone. Right? Now, next, A is equal to 1. I'm executing the code. A is equal to 1. Executed. A is equal to 1 is executed. Now, next, B is equal to 1. Okay. B is equal to 1, or B is equal to, let us take B is equal to 1. Okay. Now, A is equal to 1. B is equal to 1. I have written. Now, first A is equal to 1. What happens? It is going to create an object with 1 and name it as A. Now, when you have created B, it is going to create one more 1 with B. Instead of that, already 1 with already object was created. Why to create one more object? So for this object only, it will create the name B. That is memory management. It is not going to create with respect to B with 1. Here, the objects are created based on the value, not based on the name. If it is created based on the name, first it will create A with 1, B with 1. Because name is priority, right? Names, every name should be available. But here, object is created based on the value. Value should be available. So here in the Python, it is going to create on the same object both the names, right? Object is nothing but person. Whatever the person is there, that person. Name is name of the person. Person will be one only, but names can be multiple. Object is same, right? Now, here if you write A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1, B is equal to 1 also will be created, but both will assign to the same object. Sir, how I can know that one, sir? Just you ask the ID. ID means address of that particular object. Okay. So in order to understand this concept very clearly, example is, okay, there is a person, one person called as SRK. Okay, person. The person lives in a home, okay, particular home or particular restaurant or in a particular location, somewhere he is staying. Okay, he might stay in the commercial building, like as of now we are in the Naresh IT building. Sometimes we may stay in the some cinema theater, and we may stay in the some kind of shopping malls or something, right? Now, whatever we are having, this building, we are having the building. In one building, I'm staying. And for buildings, we are having different types of buildings are there. For that building, we are having the address also. For that building, name also is available. For one person, these many things are there. The same thing in the Python, inside one, whatever here is there, it is called as value. Value will be stored in the object. For that value, we are having the building is called as data type. Each building is different. All the data types are not same. One building will be independent house, one building will be apartments, one building will be with respect duplex, one building will be different. Each building will be different. I'm staying in a house only. Which type of house? Whether it is independent house, whether it is a duplex house, whether it is a apartments, whether it is a group house, which house? That is types of types, data types. That is called as data types. Means which type of object? Type of the object, which type of the object? And address is given by here also address, same address. and name is name. Here also it is variable name. This is a building name. Here it is called as building name. Here it is called as variable name. Here it is called as building address. For each building, one address will be there. And any two buildings can have the same address? Not possible, right? In the Python also, no two objects will have the same address. Object address will be different. So this is nothing but your object address. Object type, whatever the object type is there, and the type of object, different types of objects are there. And object name, whatever the object name is there, the object name is called as variable name. Now, how we can check the data type? Type of the variable. How we can check the type of the variable, miss? Okay, the type of the variable we can write by using the type, type, type of A. Okay, just a minute. So here I'm taking A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, type of A. I'm asking with type of A. It is showing as int type. You can see type is given by the data type. What is the data type, miss? Type is given by int. Type of. We have to write the type of. Here by directly you can see here itself. In the spider, you can see directly here itself. In the spider, we are having the advantage. We can see directly the data type here itself. Other than spider, we have to write the type of A. Type of that particular data type. Whatever the name you have created, that name you have to give in the inside. Now, how to get the address? Address means ID of A. ID gives the address. Type gives you the type, data type. Data type. It gives you the data type. I'm writing as a comment. After hash, it is considered as a comment. Right? You can write this comment at the starting of the line. In the starting of the line also you can write. You can write here also. There is no problem because up to here it is only considered as the code. After this, no code. After comment, you can't write the code also. For example, here you have written the type of A. You have written like this. Sir, from here to here it is a comment, sir. From here to here it is code, sir. Python will not understand like that. Python will understand only you have written the hash means everything is comment only. Inside that you have written the code also, it is considered as comment only. Now below to this, if you write like this, then only it is considered as a code. Is that clear? Type of A gives you the data type and ID of A will give you the address of the value. So now if you click on this, it is showing one address, some address. Automatically it is allocating some address. Now if you ask ID of B, I'm asking the same thing for ID of B. Now if you click on the ID of B, both are same or different? Both are same means for one object only A and B is there, right? So objects are created based on the value, not based on the variable name. If it is created based on the variable name, it should be like this. With B and with 1, it should have like this. Then the ID of A and ID of B should be different. Since the ID of A and ID of B are same, both are assigning to the same object. A and B are on the same object. Means objects are giving the priority for the value, not for the name. In that way, we can conclude. Is that clear? Since both of them are assigning to the same object, objects are created based on the name wise. Sorry, based on the value wise, not based on the name wise. Is that clear? Now, so next, A is equal to 1 you have written. Now A is equal to 20 you are writing. Now what happens? Earlier, already there is an object with A is equal to 1. 1 with A. We are having for the same object B also. And let me write with B with a different value. B is equal to 2. Okay. For easy understanding. Okay. 2 with B. Now let me execute. Now both of them are different objects or same objects. Let us see. A is equal to 1. B is equal to 2. And I'm asking ID of A and ID of B. Both are different objects. They are not on the same objects. Address, by seeing the address, we can identify easily whether both of them are assigning to same object or different object. Now A is equal to 20. Already A is equal to 1 is there. Now if the priority is given for the value variable means, what it has to do, it has to remove this value and it has to replace the value with 20. But it is not going to do like that. It is going to create a new object of 20 with A. Again with A. So then what happens with the old object? The old object automatically it is deleted. Like this, it is going to delete. Automatically the old object will be deleted and the new value of A is 20. If you want, you can see. Now once I execute A is equal to 20. So now what is the latest value of A is 20, not 1. You can see here the value has changed to 20. Now whether the ID is same or not, let us see. If the ID is same means it is replacing in the object. If the ID is new means it is creating a new object. Okay, ID of A. Again, I'm asking with ID of A. Now ID is different. Earlier the ID of A is different. Now the ID of A is different. Since the IDs are different, from this we can conclude that it is going to create a new object. Okay. Now here there is a very important interview question is there. The question is, what is the difference between mutable object versus immutable object? There are two different types of objects are there. What is meant by mutable object? Miss, mutable, 100% guarantee interview question. For anyone who are working on the Python, this is one of the mandatory interview question. What is meant by mutable object? Miss, if you are able to modify, if you are able to modify, if you are able to modify, if you are able to modify the value, then it is called as mutable object. Some people will say up to here only, but it is a wrong answer. If you are able to modify the value within the same object, you have to use the word of within the same object. Whatever the object was created initially, within that only, if you are able to modify only, it is called as mutable object. By creating new object, if you modify means, then it is not called as mutable object. In the same object, you have to modify. Within the same object, if you are able to modify, means the address before and the address after also should be the same. Then only it is called as mutable object. Otherwise, it is called as immutable object. Whatever we are seeing as of now are immutable objects. The int, float, all these are immutable objects. Mutable objects I will discuss in the further class. Right? If you are not able to modify, if you are not able to modify the value within same object, then it is called as immutable object. Example, as of now, int. You have seen only int, so you can write only int. Int is an immutable object. A is equal to, example is int. Okay. If you write A is equal to 1 and A is equal to 20, it is going to create a new object of 20, not in the same object, it is modifying. Object of 20 is created as a new object. Both of them are int only. A is 1 also int and 20 also int only. But int objects are immutable objects. Int objects are immutable. As of now, you know only int, so write just only int. Remaining data types we'll discuss in the further classes. Right? Int objects are immutable, means you can't modify within the same object. Example is this one. And you can write A is equal to 1, check the ID of A. You'll have some value. A is equal to 20 and check the ID of A. You will have a completely different value. Means the ID of 1 and ID of 20 both are different. Both are not same. Is that clear? That's it. That is the end of the session for today. And we'll continue in the tomorrow's class.